Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Knowledge Journey. I'm John, and today we're diving deep into the wisdom of Stoicism to uncover the 10 things smart people never say. Now let's get real for a moment. Imagine navigating through life with unshakable confidence, clarity, and purpose. Imagine having the power to choose your words so wisely that they not only reflect your intelligence, but also shape your destiny. You see, words are powerful. They are the building blocks of our reality. What we say and what we choose not to say can define our path. And let me tell you, smart people understand this. They know that every word carries weight. They know that the words we utter have the power to lift us up or bring us down, to build bridges or burn them. Now let's talk about Stoicism for a second. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us that our thoughts and perceptions shape our reality. It's about focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. It's about resilience, humility, and the relentless pursuit of self-improvement. As we journey through these 10 things, I want you to reflect on your own life. Think about the times when a simple shift in your words could have changed everything. Because, my friends, it's not just about avoiding these phrases. It's about embracing a mindset that propels you forward, that empowers you, and that aligns with the wisdom of the ages. So get ready to be inspired, to laugh a little, and to see the world from a new perspective. This is not just a lecture, it's a conversation. It's a heartfelt journey into the power of words and the profound impact they have on our lives. Remember, as the great philosopher Epictetus once said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So, let's dive in and let's learn to speak with intention, purpose, and wisdom. Let's begin our journey into the 10 things smart people never say, guided by the timeless principles of Stoicism. Are you ready? Let's go. So 1, I can't do this. Let's kick things off with a phrase that we've all said at one point or another. I can't do this. Now let me tell you something. These 4 words have the power to stop you dead in your tracks. They can paralyze your progress and shatter your confidence. But smart people, they know better. They understand that these words are a mental block, a self-imposed limitation. In the philosophy of Stoicism, there's a powerful lesson. Your mind is the source of your strength. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." When you say, I can't do this, you're surrendering your power to your doubts and fears. Now imagine if Thomas Edison had said, I can't do this, after failing to invent the light bulb for the 100th time. We might still be living in darkness. Instead, he reframed his failures as steps toward success. He famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. This is the mindset of resilience and determination that Stoicism teaches us. Think about the last time you faced a challenge and felt overwhelmed. Maybe it was a daunting project at work, a personal goal that seemed out of reach, or a situation that tested your limits. In that moment, you had a choice to succumb to doubt or to rise with resolve. Smart people choose the latter. They replace I can't do this with how can I make this work? They see obstacles as opportunities to grow and learn. Let me share a personal story. Years ago, I was faced with a career decision that seemed insurmountable. I was torn between staying in my comfort zone and taking a leap into the unknown. Every fiber of my being wanted to say, I can't do this, but I remembered the Stoic principle that our mind is our greatest ally. I took a deep breath, silenced the doubt, and said, I can do this. And you know what? It was one of the best decisions I ever made. So the next time you catch yourself saying, I can't do this, pause. Take a deep breath. Remember that your mind is your fortress. Replace those words with a question. How can I overcome this? Embrace the challenge. Lean into the discomfort and watch as you transform obstacles into stepping stones. Remember, my friends, the only limits we truly have are the ones we place on ourselves. Speak with intention, speak with purpose, and never ever say, I can't do this. 2. It's not fair. Now let's move on to another phrase that can undermine your intelligence and resilience. It's not fair. This phrase is a lament, a cry of injustice. But let me tell you something, my friends. Life isn't fair. And smart people, they don't waste time dwelling on it. In the teachings of Stoicism, we learn that fairness is a human construct, often influenced by our expectations and desires. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you say it's not fair, you're focusing on what's outside your control, rather than on how you can respond. Think about it. Life throws curveballs at all of us. We all face setbacks, disappointments, and injustices. But smart people understand that these are simply part of the human experience. They don't waste energy on things they cannot change. Instead, they focus on their reactions and what they can control. Take a moment to recall a time when you felt life was unfair. Maybe it was a promotion you didn't get, a relationship that ended unexpectedly, or an opportunity that slipped through your fingers. In those moments, it's easy to feel like the universe is against you. But consider this. What if you shifted your perspective? Instead of saying, it's not fair, try saying, this is my reality, and I will navigate it with grace and resilience. This shift in mindset can transform your entire approach to life's challenges. It's about acceptance and empowerment. Let me share a story from my own life. Years ago, I was passed over for a promotion that I felt I deserved. I remember thinking, it's not fair. But then I paused and asked myself, how can I grow from this experience? I realized that I needed to improve certain skills and broaden my perspective. I took the setback as a lesson, worked on myself, and eventually landed an even better opportunity. Smart people understand that fairness is subjective. They don't get stuck in the quagmire of resentment and frustration. Instead, they adapt, they grow, and they move forward. They know that life's challenges are not always fair, but they are always opportunities for growth. So the next time you find yourself saying, it's not fair, stop. Reflect. Remember the words of Epictetus and focus on your reaction. Embrace the challenge. Learn from it and let go of the notion of fairness. Life is a journey full of ups and downs. It's how we navigate it that defines us. Remember, my friends, fairness is not guaranteed, but resilience is a choice. Choose wisely, speak with wisdom, and never ever say, it's not fair. 3. I already know that. Let's shake things up a bit and dive into our next phrase. I already know that. Now, let me tell you, this is a dangerous statement. It shuts down curiosity, halts growth, and puts a ceiling on your potential. Smart people never say this because they understand that learning is a lifelong journey. You see, the moment you say, I already know that, you close yourself off from new perspectives and deeper understanding. The Stoic philosophers, they were eternal students. Marcus Aurelius once said, if someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change. I seek the truth which never harmed anyone. It's this openness to learning, this hunger for truth, that fuels true intelligence. Let me ask you this. Have you ever met someone who seems to know everything? They're quick to dismiss new information with a wave of the hand, confident in their own knowledge. But here's the thing. Knowledge is not static. It evolves, deepens, and expands. And those who remain open to it, who embrace humility, are the ones who truly grow. Think back to a time when you thought you knew it all. Maybe it was a work project, a personal endeavor, or even a conversation. How did it feel? Did you miss out on valuable insights because you believed you had all the answers? Smart people know that the real wisdom lies in understanding how much they don't know. Consider the story of Socrates, who famously declared, I know that I know nothing. This wasn't a statement of ignorance, but of profound wisdom. He understood that true knowledge comes from continuous questioning, from an insatiable curiosity. When you say, I already know that, you miss the chance to see things in a new light, to uncover nuances you might have overlooked. Let me share a personal experience. I once attended a seminar on a topic I was well versed in. Initially, I thought, I already know this. But then I decided to listen with an open mind, to approach it as if I were learning it for the first time. And you know what? I gained new insights, fresh perspectives that I would have missed if I had clung to my initial thought. So the next time you catch yourself saying, I already know that, stop. Challenge yourself. Ask, what more can I learn? What new perspective can I gain? Embrace humility. Stay curious. And remember, the journey of learning is endless. Remember, my friends, true wisdom lies in the recognition of our own ignorance. Keep your mind open, your curiosity alive, and never ever say, I already know that. Message 4. That's impossible. All right, folks, let's turn up the energy and tackle our next phrase. That's impossible. These two words can slam the door on innovation, creativity, and progress. But smart people, they never say this. Why? Because they understand that what's deemed impossible is often just a challenge waiting to be overcome. Let's take a moment to think about the world we live in. Every major breakthrough, every significant leap forward started with someone refusing to believe in the impossible. The Stoics teach us that our perceptions shape our reality. Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Imagine telling the Wright brothers that human flight was impossible, or telling Marie Curie that unlocking the secrets of radioactivity was beyond reach. They dared to challenge the status quo. They dared to believe in the possible where others saw only impossibility. When you say, that's impossible, you're not just limiting your actions, you're limiting your mind. You're setting boundaries where there should be none. Instead, smart people ask, how can this be done? They look for solutions, for pathways, for opportunities hidden within the challenge. Think about the advancements in technology, medicine, and science, the moon landing, the invention of the internet, the development of life-saving vaccines. All these achievements were once considered impossible. But visionary minds saw beyond the immediate obstacles. They saw potential, not limitations. Take the field of medicine, for instance. There was a time when curing certain diseases seemed impossible. Yet, with persistence, innovation, and a refusal to accept limitations, we now have treatments and cures that were once the stuff of dreams. This is the power of rejecting the notion of impossibility. Consider the world of business. Entrepreneurs often face naysayers who claim their ideas won't work, that their visions are impossible. But the most successful entrepreneurs are those who see possibility where others see obstacles. They innovate, adapt, and persevere until they turn the impossible into the possible. So let's change our mindset. When faced with a daunting challenge, don't say, that's impossible. Instead, ask, what can I do to make this possible? Embrace the challenge, seek out solutions, believe in your ability to turn the improbable into the achievable. Remember, my friends, the word impossible itself says I'm possible. Challenge the limits, push the boundaries, and never ever say, that's impossible. 5. It's not my fault. Let's keep this momentum going and dive into a phrase that really needs to be left behind. It's not my fault. The blame game. It's easy, it's convenient, and it's a dead-end street. But smart people, they don't play this game. They understand the power of ownership and responsibility. In Stoicism, there's a profound principle. Focus on what you can control. When you say, it's not my fault, you're shifting responsibility away from yourself. You're essentially saying that you have no control over the situation. But here's the kicker. You always have control over how you respond. Let's bring this to life with a bit of imagination. Picture a captain at sea during a storm. If the captain blames the storm for the ship's misfortune, they miss the opportunity to navigate through it. A smart captain, however, takes responsibility. They assess the situation, adjust their sails, and steer the ship to safety. In life, storms will come. There will be challenges and setbacks. But blaming others or external circumstances doesn't solve anything. It only keeps you stuck. Smart people take responsibility for their actions and their outcomes. They ask, what can I do differently? How can I learn from this? Consider the workplace. A project goes south and fingers start pointing. It's not my fault, echoes through the room. But what if, instead, we adopted a mindset of collective responsibility? What if we said, this didn't go as planned? Let's figure out why and make it better next time. Suddenly, blame is replaced with collaboration and problems become opportunities for improvement. In personal relationships, blaming others creates walls. It fosters resentment and stalls growth. Imagine a couple where one partner constantly says, it's not my fault. The relationship stagnates. But if both partners take responsibility, they build a foundation of trust and mutual respect. They grow together, learning from each mistake and moving forward stronger. Now, let's talk about growth. When you take responsibility, you empower yourself. You shift from being a passive observer to an active participant in your life. You acknowledge your mistakes, learn from them, and improve. This is the essence of personal development. So next time you're tempted to say, it's not my fault, pause, reflect. Ask yourself, what part did I play in this? What can I learn? Embrace responsibility. It's not about blame. It's about growth, learning, and moving forward. Remember, my friends, ownership is the cornerstone of true intelligence. Own your actions, own your outcomes, and never ever say, it's not my fault. 6. I'll do it later. All right, folks, let's keep this energy rolling and tackle a phrase that sneaks into our lives far too often. I'll do it later. Procrastination. We've all been there, right? But let me tell you, smart people know that delaying action is the enemy of progress. In the philosophy of Stoicism, there is a strong emphasis on the present moment. Seneca famously said, while we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away. When you say, I'll do it later, you're essentially gambling with your most precious resource, time. Let's make this real. Picture this. You have a goal, a dream, something you've always wanted to achieve. But instead of taking that first step today, you say, I'll do it later. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, years have slipped by. The dream remains just that, a dream, untouched and unrealized. Smart people, they seize the moment. They understand that the perfect time to start is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Because the present is all we truly have control over. They live by the mantra, do it now. It's not about rushing through life, but about making the most of each moment. Consider the world of fitness. How many times have you heard someone say, I'll start exercising next week, and then next week turns into next month? But those who are fit and healthy, they understand that consistency starts today. Even a small step, a 10-minute walk, a few stretches done now, is better than the grand workout plan that never gets off the ground. Think about your career. You have a project or a task that's crucial for your growth. Putting it off only adds to stress and anxiety. But tackling it head on, doing it now, not only gets the job done, but also builds momentum. Success, my friends, is built on a series of small actions taken consistently over time. In relationships, delaying important conversations can create distance and misunderstandings. Imagine waiting to tell someone how much they mean to you. Waiting for the right moment, for the perfect time, often means the words go unsaid. Smart people know that the time to express love, gratitude, and forgiveness is now. So let's break free from the chains of procrastination. The next time you catch yourself saying, I'll do it later, stop. Challenge that thought. Ask yourself, why not now? Embrace the present moment. Take that first step, make that call, start that project, because the future is shaped by what we do today. Remember, my friends, the only moment we truly own is now. Act with urgency, seize the day, and never ever say, I'll do it later. I don't care. All right, folks, let's dive into a phrase that can erode relationships, ambitions, and even your own self-worth. I don't care. This phrase, uttered casually, can be a mask for apathy, fear, or even pain. But smart people, they know that indifference is the enemy of progress and connection. Let's get real for a moment. Caring is at the core of our humanity. It's what drives us to create, to connect, and to make a difference. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." When you say, I don't care, you're dismissing the ripple effect of your actions. You're denying your impact on the world and on those around you. Imagine this. A friend comes to you with a problem, looking for support, and you respond with, I don't care. What message are you sending? Indifference can break hearts and shatter trust. In the workplace, telling yourself, I don't care, can lead to missed opportunities and a lack of fulfillment. Smart people understand that caring is not a weakness, it's a strength. Think about the leaders who inspire us. They care deeply about their mission, their people, their values. They pour their hearts into their work because, they know that genuine care is contagious. It fuels passion, drives innovation, and fosters a culture of excellence. In your personal life, caring is the glue that holds relationships together. It's the effort you put into listening, understanding, and supporting those you love. Saying, I don't care, creates a chasm between you and the people who matter most. But showing that you care, even in small ways, builds bridges and deepens connections. Consider the story of Mother Teresa, a beacon of compassion. She once said, not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. This simple yet profound statement underscores the power of caring. It's not about grand gestures. It's about the small, consistent acts of kindness that make a big difference. Let's bring this closer to home. Think about a time when you truly cared about something, a project, a hobby, a cause. How did it feel? Energizing, right? That's because caring gives life meaning and purpose. It turns mundane tasks into meaningful endeavors. It transforms obstacles into challenges worth overcoming. So the next time you're tempted to say, I don't care, pause, reflect. Ask yourself, why don't I care? And what can I do to start caring? Shift your mindset. Embrace empathy and passion. Recognize that caring is the fuel that drives personal and collective growth. Remember, my friends, caring is the heartbeat of a fulfilling life. It's what connects us, inspires us, and propels us forward. Speak with heart, live with purpose, and never ever say, I don't care. 8. It's always been this way. All right, my friends, let's roll into the next phrase that we need to leave behind. It's always been this way. Now, this one is a real progress stopper. It's a phrase that locks us into the past and chains us to outdated ways of thinking. But here's the truth. Smart people, they know that innovation and growth come from challenging the status quo. Think about it. Every breakthrough, every revolution, every significant change in history began when someone dared to question the norm. They refused to accept it's always been this way as an answer, and neither should you. In Stoic philosophy, there's a powerful concept of embracing change and impermanence. The great philosopher Heraclitus, often associated with Stoic ideas, said, the only constant in life is change. When you say, it's always been this way, you're resisting this fundamental truth. You're shutting the door on potential, on progress, on a better future. Imagine if inventors like Thomas Edison or innovators like Steve Jobs had accepted things as they were. We'd still be living in the dark ages, quite literally. Instead, they challenged existing beliefs and created something extraordinary. They didn't let the past dictate their future. Let's bring this idea into your own life. Maybe you're in a job that feels stagnant, a relationship that's stuck, or a routine that's become mundane. Saying it's always been this way keeps you trapped. But asking, how can this be better, opens up a world of possibilities. It invites creativity and sparks innovation. Consider the realm of social change, the civil rights movement, the fight for gender equality, environmental activism. All these pivotal movements arose because brave individuals refused to accept the status quo. They believed in a vision of what could be, not what was. And their courage to challenge the way things have always been has transformed societies and lives. In your own journey, embracing change means continuously learning and evolving. It means questioning assumptions and being open to new ideas. It's about looking at challenges not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth and improvement. So let's make a pact today. When you catch yourself saying, "It's always been this way," challenge it. Ask, why does it have to be and how can it be different? Embrace the mindset of continuous improvement. Seek out new perspectives, explore uncharted territories, and dare to dream of a better way. Remember, my friends, the future belongs to those who are willing to break free from the past. Challenge the status quo, ignite your creativity, and never, ever say it's always been this way. 9. They don't deserve my help. As we continue this journey, let's delve into a phrase that can close hearts and minds. They don't deserve my help. This sentiment, often rooted in judgment and resentment, is a barrier to compassion and unity. Smart people know that withholding help doesn't make you stronger or wiser, it makes you smaller. Think about it. The essence of Stoicism teaches us that we are all interconnected. Marcus Aurelius said, "What injures the hive injures the bee." When we refuse to help others, we not only harm them, but also diminish ourselves. The refusal to extend a helping hand erodes the very fabric of community and humanity. Picture this. You're walking down the street and you see someone in need. Maybe it's a coworker struggling with a project, a neighbor facing a personal crisis, or even a stranger asking for directions. The easy route is to say, "They don't deserve my help." But what if, instead, you asked yourself, "How can I make a difference here?" That simple shift in mindset can transform lives, including your own. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela. After 27 years in prison, he emerged not with a heart full of vengeance, but with a spirit full of forgiveness and a desire to help heal his nation. He didn't question whether people deserved his help. He knew that helping others was a way to build a better future for everyone. Let's bring this closer to home. In the workplace, a colleague might need your expertise or support. Saying, "They don't deserve my help," builds walls. But offering your assistance fosters teamwork, builds trust, and creates a culture of collaboration. Helping others, even when it feels like they don't deserve it, often leads to unexpected rewards and stronger relationships. In your personal life, helping those who might not deserve it can be a profound act of compassion and growth. It teaches us humility and empathy. Think about times when you've needed help and someone extended a hand without judgment. That moment of kindness likely had a lasting impact on you. So, as we move forward, let's embrace a mindset of generosity. The next time you find yourself thinking, "They don't deserve my help," pause. Reflect on the interconnectedness of our human experience. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? Choose to be the person who helps, who cares, who makes a difference. Remember, my friends, the true measure of our character is how we treat those who can do nothing for us in return. Extend your hand, offer your heart, and never, ever say, "They don't deserve my help." 10. I'm not good enough. All right, let's move seamlessly into one of the most crippling phrases out there. I'm not good enough. This is a phrase that digs deep into our self-esteem and stops us from reaching our full potential. But here's the thing, my friends. Smart people know that this phrase is nothing but a mental roadblock, a lie we tell ourselves. You see, the Stoic philosophy teaches us the power of inner strength and self-belief. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." When you believe you're not good enough, you're giving power to your insecurities rather than your abilities. Smart people don't fall into this trap. They recognize their worth and work on their weaknesses. Think about the most successful people in history. Do you think they never had moments of doubt? Of course they did. But they didn't let those doubts define them. They pushed through, focusing on their goals and the steps needed to achieve them. Imagine an artist who doubts their talent, an athlete who questions their abilities, or a student who feels inadequate. If they constantly told themselves, "I'm not good enough," they would never create, compete, or learn. But by pushing past that doubt and taking action, they unlock their true potential. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. She faced numerous rejections and hardships before her books became a global phenomenon. She could have easily given up, thinking she wasn't good enough, but she believed in her story and her ability to tell it. That belief propelled her forward, despite the obstacles. Now let's bring this closer to you. In your personal and professional life, you might face challenges that make you question your worth. Maybe it's a project that seems too difficult, a goal that feels out of reach, or a situation that makes you feel inadequate. But remember this, every expert was once a beginner. Every master was once an apprentice. The journey to greatness starts with the belief that you are capable. Let's be honest, we all have moments of self-doubt. It's part of being human. But smart people use those moments as fuel to improve, to learn, and to grow. They understand that worth is not determined by perfection, but by persistence and progress. So the next time you catch yourself saying, "I'm not good enough," stop. Challenge that thought. Replace it with, "I am enough and I can improve." Embrace the journey of self-discovery and growth. Believe in your potential and take action towards your dreams. Remember, my friends, you are more capable and powerful than you realize. Believe in yourself, push past the doubt, and never ever say, "I'm not good enough." Conclusion, and there we have it, the 10 things smart people never say, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Each of these phrases is a barrier to our growth and potential, but by recognizing them, we can choose a different path. We can choose to speak words that empower us, uplift us, and propel us towards our goals. Remember, the words we choose shape our reality. They define our mindset and influence our actions. Speak with intention, live with purpose, and embrace the power of positive, empowering language. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found this insightful, make sure to subscribe to Knowledge Journey for more wisdom and inspiration. Until next time, take care, stay strong, and keep learning.